Power issues can damage your equipment, and ICM has the right controls to provide a layer of protection against these hazards. ICM is headquartered in Syracuse, New York, and have been a leading manufacturer of electronic controls for more than 35 years. ICM is vertically integrated, with multiple manufacturing disciplines under one roof, and pride ourselves on the American-made quality that is found in each of the products that ship from our facility. In addition to making some of the premier line voltage monitors and surge protective devices sold on the market today, we are also well known for our OEM replacement furnace control boards, ignition controls, timers, head pressure controls, and branded line of thermostats, plus so much more. All of our products, their specifications, and cross-reference information can be found on our website or by downloading our app. Our contractor loyalty program rewards contractors that use our products. Scan in the loyalty cards found on a variety of ICM products and redeem points for special offers. Voltage imbalance applies to three-phase systems when one or more of the phases or line voltages become mismatched. Under normal conditions, all three-phase voltages would be identical. When one or more of the phase voltages is unbalanced, you get this. So what can cause the voltage to become unbalanced? It can be something as simple as a blown fuse or a loose connection, or it can come from the source voltage, such as the utility company itself. We've all heard the term dirty power. This is a common problem here in the US because of our aging power grid. That's why it's critical to always check your supply voltage when installing a piece of equipment. You can use your fluke meter to measure the voltage across each phase. If they're in balance, lucky you. If they're not in balance, then you need to determine how far out of balance they are. Just find the maximum deviation from the average voltage and divide it by the average voltage itself and multiply this number by 100 to get the percentage. Since voltage imbalance can occur anywhere in the electrical circuit to the component, you should check for imbalance at several connection points when trying to determine the root cause of the imbalance. Why is knowing the imbalanced voltage percentage so critical? Because when your system is subjected to prolonged periods of a voltage imbalance, the motor windings overheat, and you'll shorten the lifespan of your motor or compressor. This chart illustrates just how much damage voltage imbalance can do to your motor windings. A general rule of thumb is to contact the utility company directly should there be an imbalance approaching 3% or higher. So how can you protect your equipment? Line voltage monitors, or phase monitors, are vital add-on investments that help protect your valuable equipment against voltage imbalance and other power anomalies, including high and low voltage, phase loss, phase reversal, rapid short cycling, and more. The better three-phase line voltage monitors on the market, like the ICM 450, are programmable and have digital displays that let you get real-time readouts of all three phases simultaneously. Plus, should a fault occur, the ICM 450 will record and save the last 25 faults, so you can get an idea of where to start looking for a problem when one occurs. It also lets you set the imbalance percent at which the unit will take your equipment offline to help avoid nuisance trips. The ICM 450 is wired in parallel with your system. This is important to note, as it is not controlling the contactor. It is merely monitoring the power that is coming into your system. The ICM 450 monitors the line side, and it also checks the load side of the contactor at startup. In addition to three-phase line voltage monitors, ICM also offers single-phase line voltage monitors, namely the ICM 491, and its digital counterpart, the ICM 492. You don't have to worry about voltage imbalance when you're dealing with a single phase, but you do have to pay attention to the high and low voltage conditions and rapid short cycling caused by transient faults and power interruptions. The ICM 491 and the ICM 492 are great low-cost add-ons that give you that extra layer of protection and peace of mind. Like their three-phase big brothers, the single-phase units are also wired in parallel and monitor the line power coming into the circuit. It's wired in before the contactor and will take your equipment safely offline if it senses the power dropping outside the user-defined parameters. When the conditions normalize, it will bring your system safely back online. Surge protection. What is the difference? And why do you need a surge protective device if you already have a line voltage monitor protecting your equipment? Because line voltage monitors can't react quick enough to defend against a sudden surge or spike that comes through the power line, usually caused by a lightning strike. A surge, or transient voltage spike, is an electrical disturbance that lasts only for a very short duration, but can be very damaging. Powerful enough to fry your sensitive electrical equipment. Like a line voltage monitor, a standard surge protective device is usually wired in parallel with the equipment it is designed to protect. For a Type 2 device, like the ICM 517, it's important to note that the unit needs to be installed on the load side. Whereas a Type 1 device, which is commonly referred to as a whole house device, can also be installed on the line side. Typically, you'll see the ICM 517 installed on the load side of a disconnect. But it can also be installed inside the home with the breaker box. It just has to be installed behind the breaker. In the case of the ICM 517, UL specifies that it has to be behind a 20 to 60 amp breaker. ICM opted to go with a Type 2 device, and not a Type 1 whole house device. Due to code, Type 1 devices have to be installed by a licensed electrician, thereby adding to the install times and costs associated with both installing and servicing the device. With a Type 1 whole house surge device, the homeowner would have to wait for a licensed electrician to come out to their home and shut down the power to the home each time they had to service a unit. The ICM 517 can be quickly installed by the HVAC contractor at the time they install the unit it's intended to protect, and easily service the device when needed. The TMOVs, or thermal metal oxide varistors, in the ICM 517 absorb the electrical energy resulting from a surge or transient spike and converts that energy into heat, which it then safely dissipates. If the energy amassed is greater than the max limit the TMOV is designed to handle, the TMOV will safely open and the unit dies off. The indicator light, which is normally on, will go out, alerting the homeowner that the unit needs to be replaced. With the ICM 17, you are protected at all three entry points: line to neutral, and line to ground. There's an LED indicator for each of these three entry points. Only the ICM 517 is constructed with a NEMA Type 3R rated metal case that's not going to melt and start a fire. It keeps all the pent-up energy contained within the package, allowing the unit to fail safely. The ICM 517 is UL listed as a Type 2 device and is protected by banks of TMOVs. The TMOVs that ICM uses are packaged components that are machine inserted with precision, further improving the quality of the product. The unit is rated for both 120 and 240 VAC, provides 100,000 amps of protection, and is backed by a limited lifetime protection warranty. And because this device is a Type 2 device, it means the HVAC contractor can install it, but it has to be installed behind a 20 to 60 amp breaker. The ICM 493 is a single-phase line voltage monitor that offers built-in surge protection. It combines all the bells and whistles of the ICM 492 single-phase digital line voltage monitor with the addition of a bank of TMOVs for high-quality surge protection. Plus, it has a built-in 40-amp contactor. This allows the unit to be easily wired in series with your equipment. It is UL rated as a Type 2 device and comes packaged in a NEMA 3R rated weather-resistant enclosure. Our unit monitors the lifespan of the TMOVs. You can actually scroll through the digital screen and view the percent of life that you have left for protection. When you get to the point where it needs replacing, you don't have to replace the entire unit, you just need to replace the board. Now, we get questions all the time about why can't you just buy a line voltage monitor and surge protector and call it a day? You must keep in mind that some equipment, like mini splits, don't have a separate contactor. Everything is controlled through the motherboard, so there's no way to hook up a conventional voltage monitor without opening up and modifying the unit, which would then void the warranty. This makes the ICM 493 a very valuable add-on investment. However, there's also another great feature of the ICM 493 that makes it especially ideal for protecting mini splits, to the point where most major mini split OEMs actually recommend this product to protect their system. Calibration capabilities. The ICM 493 is programmable. It allows for calibration to a true RMS value because mini splits have tight tolerances, with input voltage usually maxing out around 253 volts before the motherboard fries. That's a costly repair, not to mention the customer is left to deal with 90-degree temps without AC. In a lot of regions across the country, the supply power is already coming in high. In the Southwest, for instance, it's not uncommon to get readings that are already close to 250 volts. That means even the slightest transient will blow the motherboard. By being able to dial in the ICM 493 to read as close to a voltmeter true RMS value as possible, you can adjust your tolerance settings with the best accuracy and flexibility to prevent damage to your system. That is what makes the ICM 493 worth its weight in gold. This spring, we will be expanding our offerings to include a 60-amp version of the ICM 493 to handle the larger 5-ton mini-split systems, a line of 3-phase surge protector devices, and a combo disconnect with built-in surge protection. All of these products are currently undergoing agency approval and should start rolling off our production lines by April 2021, if not sooner. Keep an eye out for a new product alert. Meanwhile, for more information on ICM's full line of quality-built, American-made products, you can visit our website at www.icmcontrols.com. We encourage you to download the ICM Controls app to your smartphone or other mobile device so you can have quick access to wiring diagrams, product specs, cross-reference data, and a bunch of other useful product and company information.